Live. What's up? Jay Wills here. Welcome back to the channel. We are day 6 of 365 days of guitar practice. Let's see. Right off the bat, thanks for the new subs. Still can't figure out who you are. Can't find that, which is annoying. However, if you're new to the channel, like I said, Jay Wills here. Old dude, getting back into guitar after 22 years, and we're practicing every day. Raw, unedited, noisy, gonna make your ears hurt sometimes, gonna make them not hurt sometimes. For 365 days, every day. And it's a Friday evening here in Northern California. It's a little chippery tonight. Got all the, I had to scrub all the caulking off my fingers. Doing anything on the guitars. First off, comments, new subs. Thank you all new subs. At some point, I'll probably be able to see who you are. But other than that, you were wonderful souls for subscribing. Awesome. Letting me torture your ears for the next year. And then hopefully, once I get good and I start making music, it won't be torturous anymore. So that's the goal. Comments, let's see. Thank you for all the comments for everyone. I like to go through these at the very beginning just because it's cool. Mark Vincent 281, great job. I'm just starting to play again after almost 2 decades. Yeah, dude, these aren't the same, are they anymore? That's for sure. Been at it every day since March 1st because I am more determined than hell yeah. Now that I'm seeing amazing improvements already. Isn't it crazy within, like, even from day 1 last Sunday? I can't believe that we're almost up on the weekend already. Doing this every night. But yeah, isn't it crazy how fast the old stuff comes back? Depending on how good you were. I don't know how good you were. I was like entry level, honestly, on guitar. Pretty decent on sax and piano, just because I had a little bit more mileage when I was a younger lad. Let's see, what else on there? Yeah, the movie's half over, dude. Yeah, you're a year ahead of me. And yeah, me too, want to be a rock star. I mean, who didn't want to be a rock star? Shit. Right? The garage band, making it into... I was a grunge baby, right? I was during the 90s grunge, the whole Seattle movement, but I was in Nebraska at the time. I wasn't in California, so... the best time to start would have been 20 years ago. Yeah, probably, you know. But, you know, we can't focus on that. Just got to focus on now. That's all there is to it. Second best time is right now. Totally. Dude, guys, been sticking with it. I'm absolutely going to stick with it. And thank you for following me along this journey. That's awesome, brother. I appreciate you. Dark Enigma 3. Welcome back, brother. You are on the comments list often. Good job, brother. Keep going. Thanks, brother. I appreciate you for that. Let me start out. You know what? First, let's get a little bit of jamming. Beverage first. This looks like a beer, but it's not. Stumbled across these a few months ago. Liquid Death. This is, they have like water too, which is interesting. I mean, it's non-alcoholic. This is green tea. It's called guillotine green tea, or green guillotine. Kind of crazy because it's just green tea, but you know, hopefully it doesn't kill me. But these are super tasty, especially keep these in your cooler on the truck, especially if it's hot as balls. Super refreshing if you happen to work in an environment that's really hot. I need to adjust my camera. It seems like it's crooked a little bit, but we'll figure it out. We'll roll with it. So, drink there. Let's get the equipment undone. Doop-a-doop. Doop-a-doop. Those of you, if you're new, and you're wondering why there's a construction drop cloth there, I have cats. One of which you met last night, Tuxedo. And they like to mark stuff. Male cats like to mark shit. And let me tell you, it's not fragrant free. Let's put it that way. And it's super caustic. All right, anyway. Get the guitar. We're going to be hammering on the Predator tonight. We're going to be hammering on the Jackson. Sorry, Jackson. Again, it'll always be there. Cannot. And you know what? I might even pull that song up and see if I think there's some guitar in that song by, oh no, I'm having a total old man moment. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Who's that by? Oh my God. Ugh. Don't grow old, boys and girls. Man, that's a crazy one. Fuck. Anyway, we'll figure it out. Did the drills this morning. Found a cool, fun little way to start. So one of the things I want to start doing is thinking about structuring things to advance myself as a guitar player within... There's traditional methods, and I'm all self-taught. Back in the early days of YouTube, there's a lot of guitar teachers that had similar formats to this, but they were very professional teachers, and everything's very, I'd almost liken it to like jazz practice that I used to have to do when I was a tenor sax player. Very structured, super traditional way of learning notes and patterns and scales and yada, 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 yada. And so fast forward, my brain's not 20 anymore. I'm also a hell of a lot fucking bigger than I used to be. Like just size-wise when I was in high school. I was not, I was tall-ish, but I wasn't 6'3" and over 200 pounds like I am now. And I didn't have these monster hands and these huge fingers that, are awesome for piano, okay for sax, but guitar, bass is fine. But man, it makes it really challenging if you've got big-ass hands and a tiny-ass little fretboard. So I have not completely dispensed with the old way of doing things, like, certain coverings with the fingers and stuff like that. But I'm just have to create my own, honestly. And I think it's useful, depending on where you're at. Now, if you're a little younger and your brain's all nice and new and has all high levels of plasticity, God bless you for being young. I don't need a laptop here, so we'll shut that down. Well, you know what? I might actually keep that open because there's a song. If you guys have, all right, total side tangent, stream of consciousness, some new music that has been recommended. Dark Enigma. I did look up the Pesty Noir thing. I don't know. Is that a band or is that a genre? I don't know. I found a band like a French band, but it's like a older one, and I hadn't listened to any music today. But some of the music. I have a wide palette, very wide palette of musical tastes when it comes to stuff like that. But I was very much so a Korn, and there's a little Slipknot in there, and I mean, of course, all the grunge stuff, and that's just like a very typical on repeat 80s, 90s grunge playlist. I'm guilty of that, totally guilty of that. Not exploring out much. However, recently I have been. Dreamwave, again, gotta love the YouTube algorithm, right? Dreamwave has a song, or like a little video that popped up called Memories. Amazing sax and guitar. Awesome. And then another one popped up was Lost Society. They got some just shredding action. I'm sure there's just hundreds of others out there that I'm gonna stumble across, which will be fun. This is gonna be a fun little journey. But on the practicing, I wanted to. I always thought about that. You have to pick every single string, right? And you have to have like certain, cover certain notes and fretboard, and we'll talk about the fretboard here. And I have an idea for that to practice during the day because I want to learn the fretboard. But I stumbled across, while I was doing my little drills this morning, over a way to, this hand's getting better, for sure, 100%. This is definitely getting better, aside from just the usual tightness from working for the day. But the other hand, this guy here, what I'm noticing on a lot of people who are playing, who are shredders, Bleed From Within, that dude, really long-haired dude, just shreds. Insane. And he's got awesome hair too. I'm bald as shit these days, so that's why I shave my head. That's why I grow it here. God give me, thanks, Grandpa. Swear. Talk about 20, having like an interesting little fuck you when you're 25, your hair starts falling out. When you want to be a rock star, you're like, no, it has to stay there. And then you've always wanted to grow a beard, but you couldn't. And then fast forward 20 years, and now all this falls out, and then now all this grows out, and this is fine. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to let this grow out. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, so I'll show you what I did this morning. I did it unplugged on the Ibanez back there, just because I felt bad and I wasn't giving it any love, essentially. However, if it is a bit shreddy, like you're shredding, and not like in the cool shredding, been forewarned ahead of time. Mute that part. I don't know how it's going to sound live, honestly. I just did it on that unplugged guitar. And there's some moments where I was like, you know what? This will be good for scale work because I basically just dispensed with picking every single note, and I just wanted to go fucking fast. So I just started doing this shit hella fast. Surprisingly enough, there's a couple little errors. I was like, oh man, if I could actually make that sound good with it plugged in, I may have shredded my first second or two of guitaring. But let's get warmed up. Oh, this is drop D too. Not gonna be anything special, just gotta get the fingers moving again. Oof. Chill it down a little bit. What I was doing this morning, obviously there's the, change that up a little bit. Doing that, essentially. Like I said, it's going to be a bit rough until I get this worked out. However, I wanted to see what it sounds, so you've been warned. That's going to be tough. That's going to be tough because that's so difficult. Maybe you got to get this rounded down a little bit more, or just hold it back more. I don't know. Because there's a lot of shredding. I catch too much. Another thing that I realized too, not being precious about how hard that I strike stuff. I used to be a little bit worried about like breaking a string or like breaking a pick, and now I just don't give a fuck. I'm just like, whatever. And so I found that also increasing, it has a double-edged sword though, where too much tension just fatigues the shit out of your hands, honestly. It's no fun. Over here, too much tension, it hits you in a couple different spots, in the middle of your hand, kind of your forearm and whatnot. So that's a little bit different. So, but we'll make it work, we'll figure it out, so. Not the right note. See, that's like you're just not there. Damn it. That's what I was talking about a couple days ago. You got to be right on that shit. If you're not, it's like, it's all weird and shit. And I thought it was the guitar, honestly. Of course, it's not. It's me. Total user error. All right, enough of that. Scale time. Before I get to scale time, though, how we're going to learn. There's probably things out there. Hold on. All right, I'll mark these bad boys this time. Turn you down, keep you off. All right, so we're gonna come back, hit our D Lydian first. But first off, to learn the fretboard, that's what I'm gonna do this weekend. I'm basically gonna take measurements. I do a bit of carpentry. I'm not gonna get too fancy with it, but basically I'm just gonna measure out this. I've got some stock wood in the shop, basically. And it's not going to be a neck, but I'm pretty much going to make a fake neck. Not a fake neck. Just I'm going to replicate about this size. I'm on the fence whether or not I'm going to do something with the back. It'd be a little handy if I could just go out and get a used guitar, but I don't have enough energy and time to do that currently. Look for a free one. So we're just going to make it in the shop. But I'm going to have a piece of wood that I'm going to throw in the truck, basically, in my lunch hour, in the morning. A lot of times I'm commuting. I know you should be looking at shit when you're commuting, but I can definitely, people look at their fucking phones all the time when they're commuting, and they're like, I've watched people on their laptops, so I can have this stuck on my dash or leaned against my dashboard, and I can occasionally look at it and be okay. I'm going to basically recreate this, similar, this doesn't have to be exact, but what does have to be exact is where the frets are with regards to the strings, because I'm going to basically have all the strings lettered up top. Just going to label all the letters up top for the strings. And then on each one of these areas, I'm just going to write in. It's going to be probably a little bit fatter piece of wood, to be honest, just so I can see it without glasses. I'm going to write at every string, at every fret, what that note is. And with enough practice and enough just seeing it, that's how I learn. I'm a very much a visual learner. I'm a book learner too. I can't say that I'm not a book learner. I got through college just fine. But I prefer visual, like show me, can I hear it? And then I'll jam to it. You know what I mean? So that's going to be the plan this weekend. I'll show you guys that. I don't know, I'll probably get that. I don't know. The weekend videos are going to be no grubby clothes, just me casual clothes, with the exception of last time. Last time was totally random. I just said, fuck it, I got to get this. I got to start this. I got to do it. And it's been awesome so far. And again, for all you people that are coming along, bless your heart. You guys are wonderful souls. Dudes and dudettes. Don't want to leave anyone out. So that's going to happen there. I'm going to build it over the weekend. And then videos are going to be during the day, maybe at night, probably during the day because I'm not working this weekend, which is awesome. So anyway, that's going to be the plan for that. And then I figured two scales a week would be good. There's 180 in here, and there's no way in hell I'm going to master those in 1 week. But 2 cool scales a week is going to be a good goal. Whether or not I hit that goal, main goal is being here for 30 minutes every single day for 365 days in a row. And that's what we're going to do. And if you're wondering, I literally work, come home, boop, record. Well, sometimes I got a full tummy tonight, so I'm not really racing to get food tonight, which is going to be nice. Record, spend all the time waiting for the fucking thing to upload, and then rinse, repeat the next day, with the exception of the weekends. They'll have their own little routine that'll work themselves out. So, but we're in this for 365 days straight through. Sick, doesn't matter. As long as I have 2 legs, 2 hands, and I can see, we're going to be here. So, all right, let's come back to our D Lydian scale. So that's the scale rant, 2 per week. If I need to have some kind of a little thing, like a test. In the future, though, I had an idea, just so I don't totally murder everyone's patience and eardrums. Having a little interim where we do some riff exploration. I had a late night session for about 10 minutes last night after this because I had another kind of a riff stuck in my head that just needed to come out. And so I may post that, maybe not, we'll see. I was definitely in my zone, in my own space for sure. Anyway, so let's come back to the D Lydian. We're gonna increase our speed, and then we're gonna bring this thing up higher because I think this it's gonna be one of those nights. It's gonna be doing a glasses thing. All right, does this have any? Yeah, it does. So we're gonna start with the lower version of this, which is basically now the one we did before, 10, 12, 9, 11, 12, 9, 11, 12, 9, 11, 9, 10, 12, 9, 10. Oh, one last thing before we get all the way into this. If you used to play guitar, if you have guitar now, if you're just starting guitar, although if you're just starting guitar, I can't say that I'm going to be the most probably efficient, because if you're young and nice and plastic, probably get yourself a pro teacher. I'm not a teacher by any means. This is just me figuring out how to hopefully get in a band and produce music and do stuff before I die. That's all it comes down to. So if you're young, probably there's lots of other pro teachers out there online that have amazing coursework and stuff like that. Follow that, because I'm all about having courses and curriculums and things like that. That's super useful when you're young. When you're older, you got to come up with a different way of learning. I've tried multiple courses on all kinds of shit after college. And you know what happens? I get about 2-3 weeks into it. I'm just like, fuck this. I'm just going to work, do my thing, right? So you got to make it so it works for you as wherever you're at in life. And if you're an older guy and you've struggled and you've had problems with courses and it didn't work, create your own. Figure it out, right? Do what I'm doing or something similar. Just the main thing, pick it up, start fiddling with it. If it sounds cool, roll with it. If it doesn't sound cool, it's okay. This is part of the process. All right, so anyway, back to it. So this is going to go 245, 245, 246 on the D Lydian scale. Let's go. 245. Not bad. said that they can't have some fun with your scales, right? Well, that's a big ass stretch. That's a 2-4-6. Oh man, another 2-4-6. Shit, hold on, man. Oh, crack. Get all these guys stretched out, especially the pinky. Oh, he's like, really, bro? You're gonna jump right in with no warm up? That's gonna be tomorrow. The weekend is gonna have a warm up before. I'm not gonna record that. I'm not gonna put you through that torture. That's just mean. All right. Oh, yeah, probably. I almost, you know what? I heard some of you say, "Hey, dude, you're still in drop D." Thank you. I am. It's still sounding kind of cool, right? Okay, let's try that again. That's cool. Also trying to figure out where the thumb ought to be. Now there's all kinds of videos out there that show you that there's a swinging thumb thing, and then there's like the not over the top and everything, and I'm like, yeah, but do you have a 4XL hand? Like legitimately? Actually mine's like, I can fit into like 3XL gloves. But it's like big hands. So whenever I want to go stretch to 6, it's like, wow, that is a crazy stretch. Sounded cool though. Thing I had a question about, and I was thinking about this today. No music today, unfortunately. Couldn't listen to headphones or anything. When tenants are home, or if it's an occupied unit, I can't wear headphones. I can only wear headphones if I'm by myself or there's no tenant home. So I had service calls, so I could not wear headphones on a service call for sure. But what can we combine? Like, what if I wanted to do like a 2 and like the 6 down there, like what? Like there's, that's just a power chord. But what about like taking like parts of this and then combining them across? I know they're called chords. We're gonna get to that next week. We're gonna just start hammering on some actual chords. But again, we're gonna have to come up with my own style of fretting these chords, simply because, I just a different hand shape. That's all there's to it. I mean, it's a normal hand, but just big. Okay, back to this. Turn this down a little bit so it doesn't. I like the way that sounds. That's actually really pretty. That's solid. That goes 2-4-6, 2-4, and then 2-3-5. And then just 2. Oh, So it's 245, 245, 246, 24, 235, 2. Okay, that's cool. That's the D Lydian. Type 3. And I'll probably figure out what that means at some point. So let's try that again. 2, 4. Oh, 6. 2, 3, 5. Oh no, I fucked that up. It's just 2, 4. But I like that. That's cool. We're going to jam within this realm, hopefully. That's in that scale, which is pretty cool, right? I mean, there's going to be power chords in it, of course, but ooh, what's that 2-3 sound like, though? Is that going That's not too bad. I need to check this camera, make sure it's still working. My battery was a little, where are we at? 28 minutes? All right. Battery's good. We're solid. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I gotta say. Okay, so that's gonna be a fun little thing. You know what? Jackson time. Let's do this. I'll introduce the, I need to pull that knob off. I put it in the wrong spot. Big time. Holy shit. And we do not. Hold on. Always gotta forget about that. All right. And pull out the. I almost said pull out the fun guitar, but no. They're all awesome. They're all awesome. All right. There will be a day, folks. I know it right now. There's probably no one listening. And that's okay. I don't blame you. Well, part of the process. And if you play guitar, the struggle is real. You know what we're doing here. However, check this out. Imagine day 29. Fuck it, day 30. We're on day 6. Can't believe we're doing day 6. Kind of crazy. Tomorrow's day 7 and Sunday. Whew. Awesome. But yeah, imagine a month from now how much better this is going to be. in 1 week's time. I mean, it may be hard for some of you to, it's like, oh my God, it's just it's melting the ears. And I agree with you largely with that. But there's some cool spots in there, you gotta admit. There's some cool grinding and some chugging in there, right? I also have, been on a little Sweetwater binge because, treat yourself a little bit. Done with all my crazy, stressful shit that was AKA divorce. If you are in a situation, you are married, make it work. All I'm gonna say is make it work. You do not want to go through a 54-month drudged hellhole of that chaotic system because it's terrible. So make it work, whatever you can. Like literally make it work. But if the other person isn't willing to, this is how it works sometimes. It is what it is. But a month from now, yeah, it's gonna be better. Rock and roll. That first one sucked. My bad. I was trying to catch that like howl. This is the only setup I've ever had that does that little howl like that. It's awesome. I love that. I don't know what note this is, but it sounds cool. Watch the coverings because it makes some guitars are more picky, or actually I'm just blaming the guitar because my fingers aren't working. Yes. I almost went up top again. That was a little riff I was working with last night, kind of, sort of, but that was kind of it. In combination with that other one I was working with the other day. That's gonna be drop D though. We can solve. Oh, I wonder if I could drop all the way down. I don't think I can get it all the way down probably to drop D with this. Again, thanks a bunch, Earl. That was awesome, by the way. All right, we're gonna try this 2-4-5, but we're gonna go. Sorry about that. Once again. Struggle with real, folks. All right. So the B string is 2-3-5. So ultimately, I just copy the B string up top. So 2-3-5, 2-4-5, 2-4-5, 2-4-6, 2-4, 2-3-5. Excuse me. The old Brussels sprouts with the old pork chops that I had before. Gotta eat your vegetables, folks. It's good for you. That's awesome. So. Whoop. That's the wrong string. This is very sharp. Very sharp. Let's go fast. Ooh, I haven't tried the super fast picking on this guy yet. tired. Fucking heavy. Oh, yeah. Right in here. This old thumb's just dead as shit. Oh, man. Alright. Fuck it, we're gonna do a little bit of jam, and then I think it's gonna be it. This is what I'm talking about. Just a fucking, I want to pick fast. That's my Metallica rip-off ending. Rock and roll. All right. If there are any of you beautiful souls that are actually still left and your ears aren't bleeding yet, I appreciate you greatly. And it's Friday. No work tomorrow or Sunday. And that's it. Sweet. See you tomorrow.